We'll call to order the Board of Zoning Appeals. If you'll stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. Call a roll, please.
Mike Curtis.
Here.
Amber Brown. Jerry Sartain.
Yes.
Gary Farley.
Here.
Renee Curtis. Patrick Hale.
Here.
Zane Cantrell.
Yes.
We have a quorum.
You have the minutes of the last meeting in front of you. Are there any changes or additions to the minutes?
Recommend to be approved, Mr. Chairman.
Have a motion to be approved?
I second.
Have a second. Call a roll, please.
Mike Curtis.
Yes.
Jerry Sartain.
Yes.
Gary Farley.
Yes.
Renee Curtis.
Yes.
Patrick Hale.
Yes.
Zane Cantrell.
Yes. The first item on our business from Richard Reeves has been withdrawn, delayed probably for another time, in case there's anyone here interested in that. The first item of business, I might add, we're glad to have Doug with us.
Thank you.
He's starring role today. And Danielle's on vacation.
Yes.
So Doug's good to have you with us.
Well, thank you. It's good to be here.
The first item of business we have is a request by Thang Liam, who is requesting a special exemption for an accessory dwelling. And what do you have on that, please?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, and good afternoon, board members. This application is located at 109 Camden Court. The applicant is seeking a special exception to allow an accessory dwelling unit, an ADU, which does not meet the minimum requirements located in Section 1101 of our zoning ordinance, primarily because it's less than an acre. Anything less than an acre has to come before the Board of Zoning Appeals for a special exception consideration. The applicant is proposing to construct a detached accessory dwelling unit measuring about 1,200 square feet on the property, be 2 stories, 600 square feet on each floor. He would also like to include three bedrooms in the accessory dwelling unit, but as whether or not the site can actually support the number of bedrooms is still up to debate. The applicant, I talked with him a little earlier today, he actually has a meeting, someone from TDEC or an inspector is going to be coming out toward the end of the month to determine whether or not there's adequate soil on the property to have a unit that's big, that has that many bedrooms. So that's still kind of up in the air as of right now. Most of the conditions, I will say, based on the applicant's materials that they submitted with their application, appears to meet the county's requirements. A couple things I do want to point out. First of all, let me just zip through this part of it. There we go. This is the property in question right here. This is, again, located along Camden Court. This is the property in question and kind of showing you the surrounding area. Now, what I would like to do is just talk about the concept plan here just a little bit. It was a little hard to see on the black and white printouts that we did, but here on the screen, I'm hoping it's a little better, and this is also on your iPads if you're using them. You can see where the existing house is located on the property, and you can also see where he wants to put the 1,200 square foot, the second house on the property, the accessory dwelling unit. You see also on there's a proposed accessory building garage with office. That's something that may or may not happen. When I talked with the applicant a little earlier today, he said that they put that on there just as a possibility. That's not something that's under consideration tonight, but in the future, should he decide to do that, whether or not an accessory dwelling unit is approved, he would have to go through the permitting process, so he's aware of that. Again, there's still a little debate as to whether or not there's adequate septic soil on the property. Also, one of the requirements for these applications for accessory dwelling units is the applicant or the owner has to live in either the primary unit or the secondary unit. As of right now, the property owner does not live on the property, and I explained that to him today. He's aware that if he does build the second unit, that he will have to live on either one of the properties or the other. So with that explanation, the applicant is present, but I'll be happy to answer any questions that you all may have prior to him coming up.
Any questions to our staff?
Yes. Doug, most of our, like mother-in-law apartments, they're not 3-bedroom.
I believe, and I'll let the applicant speak to this just a little further, just to clarify, because obviously we talked about this a little earlier. The plan is for him and his family to move into the larger house, which would be the accessory unit, which I guess could be the principal in this case. But, and then a family member would live in the existing house. So the second, he said the house that's currently there just isn't big enough for his family, so he wanted something a little bigger. But again, as of right now, we don't know if the septic on the site can even handle an additional unit. So that's still kind of up for debate right now.
Doug, I'm assuming that the other house is still a 3-bedroom house, correct? I would say Franklin Heights over there, I think they're all 3-bedroom.
They may be, I'm not exactly sure how many bedrooms are in it, the existing, but I mean, whatever the additional load is from the new house, the septic would have to be able to handle that. So, yeah.
And I'm thinking out loud here, so bear with me. This seems odd that, do we normally have 2 structures like this on the same lot, this size?
We see it more, I would say, probably on larger properties. I don't think what he's asking for is necessarily unusual. One of them is going to be bigger than the other one. Even with a smaller ADU, the principal unit on the property is going to be the larger of the two. That in and of itself isn't unusual. I think it's the fact that the house that's there is a little smaller and he's building a larger one. So in one sense, you could say the new house, if it's allowed to be built, would be the principal structure, and then the existing house, which is there, would probably be considered more the accessory structure at that point.
Okay, thank you.
Mike, go ahead.
Doug, a question on the 109A and the 109B. But that wasn't issued by your office?
No, sir, I think that's just on the map. I saw that too, and we would have to, and it looks like the way that the numbers are running right there, that we would give that just a numeric. We wouldn't use alphanumerics on that.
Yeah, thank you.
Any other questions? Do we have anyone here representing this request? Would you come forward at this time, please? Come to the podium up here. Oh, I'm sorry. The applicant. Somebody for the applicant, come up here. Come around to the podium. Yeah. There. You can speak into them. There's a mic. See the green?
Yes.
That's a mic. So
Just talk. We can hear you fine.
Oh, what?
Just talk, in case they have questions.
Oh, okay.
any questions? Do you have anything you want to add to what's been presented?
So tell us why you need another living quarters on your site.
One thing is that the one that exists in house with the car garage, and then it's like really small, and then I have a big family right now, 6 people living. So what I want to do is do it a little bit more bigger than that one, and then that existing house is all the bridge, and then I cannot remodel it. If I do it, I have to tear it down some. So that's the reason that I want to build another behind that one, a little bit more bigger, no garage. So it might give me more space for that.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you. May be seated. Sir, you may be seated.
Oh, okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Now, we'll open this for a public hearing for anyone who'd like to speak on this request. So if you'll come forward now at this time.
Hello. We are the neighbors that's the adjoining property. Now, I've had conversations with him. He is now living in Manchester. The house has been vacant for 2 months since before school started. He plans on, he's going to lease to sell it to an individual that wants to build the house and stuff on the new property. He has no intentions of living there. He doesn't live there now. It is vacant house.
The existing house, he's planning on leasing to a trucking company, and this is what he has told us. And the reason they're building the additional house is so that way they can do commercial. They're planning on taking the existing house now, turning that into a commercial trucking company, and they're building the existing residence so that way they can still, because they can't rezone it commercially.
Right, and you can live in
This
a
is what he
residence and
has
have a
told us.
business there legally, but he's trying to skirt the system and do it this way.
And
He has
he's
no
told us he's
intentions of
already-
living there, him or his family. None.
The house has been for sale, and he was unable to sell it, and so now he worked out something where he's doing a lease to own with a trucking company.
With a friend of his.
So you're actually coming up here and you're actually saying that you actually had a conversation with this gentleman
We've been very good friends.
and he actually told you this
Yes.
information?
Yes, he did.
Us, hand to God,
Yes, he did.
hand to God.
He told us this information.
For the record, did you all give your names?
It's
It's
I'm-
Angela and Eric Grubbs. We have the adjoining property.
at 107 Camden Court.
Yes.
And our driveways meet side by side. I mean, you could see in the pictures that it's not going to, go ahead.
I don't have a question for you. I'd like at some point, I want the applicant to come back up here and I want to ask him a question.
And we also have an autistic grandson that lives with us. And I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with that, but it's called eloping, where they just kind of like randomly, you're trying to get in a car and they just like take off. And our main concern, if it's a large trucking company, and it's a small cul-de-sac with just 4 houses, and this could be very dangerous for a family.
Anything else?
And that's basically all we have to say.
Thank you.
All right,
May
thank
be
you.
seated.
Thank you.
We're still open for a public hearing for anyone who'd like to speak on this. If you'll come forward now.
Can I ask Doug a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
So in the pictures, the house looks unkept. You know, it doesn't look like it's been kept up. So has it been empty for a long time, or do you have any idea?
I really don't know. I mean, looking at this picture, I mean, it looks like the lawn has not been mowed, but I mean, you should look at my lawn sometimes. It looks like some of the shrubs, there could have been some, you know, maybe a little bit of maintenance around there as
Or
well.
you can
but-
tell the driveway hasn't been driven on. Okay.
Go ahead. Give us your name and then.
John Baker, 206 Conhocken. I'm a neighbor just to the south and to the west. My only concern is cautionary. Across the street from this property is a floodplain. It's drainage for the Puckett Creek. Now, across the street at about a 14-foot level, there's 3 36-inch drain tubes putting water right down to this property. And it flows right through the middle of the property, and I don't see how that can control that much water. So I would say that I'd like to see it after a rain to see how much water is going through across that property. Anything you build there might be washed away.
So you're opposed to this, is that what you're saying?
I'm sorry?
You're opposed to this request,
Mine is just cautionary.
okay? What do you mean by cautionary?
I throw it to the experts. I don't witness how much rainfall comes down from that 14 or 15 feet across this property. So I would just say that whoever's in charge of the rainwater control should look at.
Yeah, I hope Rutherford County has somebody in charge of rainwater, but I'm not sure.
I don't hear well.
That's okay. This wasn't important.
If I could just add something just real quick, I will say that if this were to be approved, or really if any construction were going to be on this site, even for an accessory structure, they would have to do a zoning compliance form to our office, and that would be looked at by our engineering staff and our stormwater folks who look at that very thing you're talking about.
It looks
So-
wonderful from ground level, except for the fact that the floodwater is going to be coming from about 14 or 15 feet up. Three tubes, 36 inches in diameter, coming right down to this property.
We understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Thank you. Anyone else? Close the public hearing.
I'd like for the applicant to come back up, please.
Okay, is everybody good with that? The applicant?
Yes, sir.
Did you hear the first couple to come up in the statements they made?
Yes,
You
sir.
heard that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you living in Manchester now?
I live in Midmanville right now.
McMinnville?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
but out of city? You're not here in Murfreesboro, you're out of town?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
yes, sir.
Did you make the comment to your neighbors that you were going to put a business in there, and one of them,
Well, the business, the truck company was my previous job. So I own the Z Transportation LLC, the truck. So at the COVID time, I already stopped. But this time the reason is that we are good neighbor, we talking. So sometime we have I talked to them to plan, to build another house. That one, but this time that the one that made decision is I don't have the money to build that house, but I want another, So I contacted my host brother who had the money to build that house, and then that's what I explained to them. But the truck company is the previous one. I already stopped with that truck.
so
Yes.
did
no
you,
more.
so you did tell the neighbors that you were putting a business in there?
No, not really the business. Not really. And then I don't have any business for that, for the truck.
So,
It was the previous my business, but I already stopped.
so you're saying you did not tell them that?
I did tell them that I have the business, but not truck company for that one.
So you've got a business.
Yes,
Are you going to put that business in that house?
Not really that. So far, not that far. I know. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you for coming back up. You may be seated. Now, we'll close the public hearing if there's no one else. Close the public hearing, and you've got the information. I'll entertain a motion on this.
Mr. Chairman, based on the comments that are being made tonight, I make a motion that we deny the request.
Okay, we've got a motion to be denied. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any further discussion? Call the roll, please.
Mike Curtis,
Yes.
Jerry Sartain,
Yes.
Gary Farley,
Yes.
Renee Curtis,
Yes.
Patrick Hale,
Yes.
Zane Cantrell.
Yes. The next item of business we have is a request by Mark and Sheril Hipkins, who is requesting a special exemption for accessory dwelling. What do you have on that, please?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, thank you. As you stated, this particular application, this is for property located at 3731 Southridge Boulevard. The applicants are seeking a special exception to construct an accessory dwelling unit, which does not meet the lot requirements set forth in our zoning ordinance. Again, it's due to the fact that it's less than an acre in size is primarily the reason. They would like to add about 800 square foot ADU for use by a family member of the applicant. The applicant has submitted their TDEC permit, which was dated in July of this year, so they do have the ability to support this on the property. This is the property in question right here, right on Southridge Boulevard. That red area that you see on the right-hand side of the screen, that's actually property that's within the city limits of Murfreesboro, so that's just denoting the fact that it's in the city limits. So this is the property in question that we're looking at. You can see right here, this is their concept plan. You can see the existing house and garage, and you see behind the garage is where they would put what they're calling MIL, mother-in-law apartment, or the accessory dwelling unit as we would call it. A small porch on it, located behind a garage. Looks like about 10 feet separation between the two. Like I said, they do have their septic permit already, so we know that they have the ability to do that through the state. This unit does meet all the setbacks that we have for these kinds of accessory dwelling units and whatnot. So with that, I will say that the applicant is present, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Have any discussion or questions of the staff? Anybody? We'll open this for well, let's have, who's representing this? If you'll come forward. Give us your name and any additional information you want to share with this.
Sheril Hipkins.
Just speak into the little green
Sheril
microphone.
Hipkins.
Mark Hipkins. We currently are the residents of the primary dwelling, and we're not going anywhere. And this ADU is for her mother. She's currently in a HOA situation and is getting up in years now, and will be her caregivers down the road, and it will be for her and a place for us to move back in later years if be, and then our current dwelling would be for family members. We have no intentions of any rental. We're both retired, no business. I mean, I might make a fishing lure in the garage outside of that. We don't do anything from home.
Any questions? Thank you for coming up.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We'll open this now for a public hearing for anyone who'd like to speak on this request. Close the public hearing. I'll entertain a motion on it.
Move be approved, Mr.
Have a motion it be approved.
Second.
Have a second. Call a roll, please.
Mike Curtis,
Yes.
Jerry Sartain,
Yes.
Gary Farley,
Yes.
Renee Curtis, Patrick Hale,
Yes.
Zane Cantrell.
Yes. The next item we have is a request by Tracy Duncan, who is requesting an accessory structure before the principal structure is built. What do you have on that, please?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, thank you. As you stated, Ms. Tracy Duncan, this is located at 7428 Midland Road. They are requesting she is requesting a special exception approval for the establishment of an accessory structure before the principal structure on the property. The property is zoned residential low density. I will say, just as we start this application, that this was the result of a code enforcement case that was brought to our attention from our building codes department. What she wants to do is, there is a small structure on the property, which we'll have some pictures of here in just a minute. She wishes to retain, it's about 900 square feet storage building with a lean-to for personal storage and for storage of feed, equipment, and tools used in caring for goats and maintaining a personal garden on the property. There's a letter in your agenda packets that kind of goes through all the different criteria and her answers to that. Very well-written letter, I'll say. And she does express plans to construct a residence on the property in the future at some point, but as of right now, that's not her plan. So just wanted to go through the pictures real quick. This is just from the drive, and you kind of see the sign right there on Midland Road. Going back into the property, this is actually the structure that's constructed right here. It's just a small, like you said, shed-type structure with a small lean-to on it, as was explained. And this is a concept plan that she drew up of the property. You kind of see how the driveway comes around, where her garden is, where the shed and the lean-to is, where her future home would be located. So really, like I said, this was just the result of a code enforcement action. I believe what happened was building codes received an electrical permit application for the house and realized it didn't have a building permit on it, so they sent someone out to take a gander at it, and that's what they found out. So that's basically the high points of this particular application. The applicant is present, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you may have on this.
Any questions of staff? Anybody? Mike, you've been awful quiet tonight. Do we have anyone here representing this request? If you'll come around, please. Just give us your name and any additional information. Tell us about those goats. Are the goats out there now? Two of them?
Yes, my name is Tracy Duncan. I have a female 1.5-year-old goat, Paloma, and her baby, Blue, is 6 months old. And I have a guardian dog to keep them in line. And I have a garden. I'm just retired, and I can't afford to build a house just yet, but I'd like to eventually. I don't know.
Go ahead. Any questions? Looks like you did a good job. Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you.
We'll open this for a public hearing for anyone who'd like to speak on this request. Close the public hearing.
Motion to approve, Mr. Chairman.
Have a motion to be approved. Have a second. Any further questions? Call the roll, please.
Mike Curtis.
Yes.
Jerry Sartain.
Yes.
Gary Farley.
Yes.
Renee Curtis. Patrick Hale.
Yes.
Zane Cantrell.
Yes. And the last item we have is a request by Michael Hanna. And this is a special exemption for a home business and air conditioning. So what do you have on that, Doug?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, thank you. This property is located at 4131 Florence Road. As you stated, this is a special exception request for the establishment of a major home-based business involving a heating and air conditioning contracting office. The property is located residential medium density. This is an aerial photograph of the property in question. Again, that red area to the south of Florence Road, that's just area that's within the city limits of Murfreesboro. This property is not that far from the old Nashville Highway intersection there. You can see just right up the road from the property. This was also a result of a zoning enforcement action for an unpermitted business, but he is asking for approval to operate as a major home-based business. The services provided by the applicant would be performed off-site. He does indicate that he would like to park 3 business vehicles on the property, which is what bumped him up into the major home-based business category because he just doesn't have one business vehicle. As I understand it, one of them is the primary. It's basically vans is what we're talking about. So you've got one that's the primary vehicle that he drives. You've got a second, that's more of a backup, and I believe you've got a third that's not in operating condition right now, but something that he hopes to get moving in the future. Looking through the application itself, you can see that there are standards for home-based businesses that are being proposed and that look like they are being met. I will say, when you look at the property, when you look at these pictures here, the property appears to be pretty well kept. The parking area for the vehicles is going to be kind of in the back area. It's a little difficult to see on this. It's right down in this area here, kind of behind the house where it's located. His application does not indicate that he has any employees. I believe it's just him that does the work. And like I said, pretty much all the work he does is not on the property. It's actually off-site. So this was, again, brought to our attention from a zoning enforcement case. And the reason it's a major home-based business is just because of the number of vehicles that he has. So I'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have. The applicant is present to answer any questions that you may have of him.
Tanya, do you have anything you want to add to this?
I don't. We received a call from a neighbor saying that there was a business operating out of this residence. We went there. There was 3 vehicles. We discussed it with the property owner, and he came in and made application straight away.
Any questions of the staff up here? Anyone? Do we have anyone here representing this request? If you'll come around, please, to the podium. If you'll give us your name and any additional information you want to share to this request.
My name is Michael Hanna. I'm owner for this house. And I applied to get approval to park my cars in my house.
No work goes on at your house?
What?
No repairs happen at your house?
Well, no, we don't know any repair.
Do customers come to your house?
No.
All you'll be doing is parking your vehicles there?
Yes.
One of the conditions of a home-based business is that others are not supposed to recognize that there's actually a business there. How would you plan on meeting that requirement?
Can I say this again?
You'll have no signs?
Okay, no signs, yes.
No signs. Okay, thank you very much.
Mike, go ahead.
For your 3 vehicles, where do you perform the maintenance on those vehicles?
Do maintenance?
The maintenance, like changing oil, that
I
kind
change
of
it in
stuff.
all the time we do it in the store, like a Torque 5 or a Valvoline, change the oil.
Okay. Are any of your vehicles equipped with a backup beeper?
Any equipment?
Are any of your 3 vehicles equipped with a backup beeper? When you put it in reverse, does it go beep, beep, beep? Okay. And do you warm up the vehicles before you start your day at 8 o'clock, or do you just go out and start it and drive off?
When I go off from my house, I drive the truck, leave, and come back later at 5 o'clock in the night.
And you are the only employee of the business?
Just me and my wife. She do the paperwork in the home.
And she'll do the paperwork in the office in the house, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's all.
Thank you. Any other? Renee?
Where do you store your parts and things for your HVAC business? Where is your parts stored?
Parts?
Parts? Where? Yeah.
Like our material, whatever. Sometimes I have the garage, small material. The rest for the job, because all the time we take the material from the supply straight to the house, the new job.
Okay. So you don't have parts stored, so you don't do any repairs, you just do new?
We never.
New
You know, if you have anybody have air conditioner, or you take your air conditioner to fix it to the company, usually the technician come in your house, right? That's what we do all the time.
Is that all, Renee?
Well, I was just wondering, why do you need 3 vans if there's only 1 employee?
It's a good
I mean,
question.
that's kind of like a gotcha.
That's fine. The first one, I started with it. I have a problem with it. I have it sitting in my house at least 2 months, 2 years or 3 years, not working because I have a transmission bad.
I understand. Yeah.
But this is the first car I start. I don't like sell it. I keep it as a block for me.
Okay.
And the second one, I drive it, and the third one, it was like a spare. For example, in this moment, I have one vehicle, I drive it, I have a light off in the back. I try to leave it until to fix it. I have a second one to drive.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Thank you. You may be seated. We'll open this for a public hearing for anyone who'd like to speak on this request. If you'll come around to the podium at this time. Come on around. Give us your name and any information you want to share about this request.
Yeah, my name is Jim Hale. I live at 4137 Florence Road. Michael is my neighbor. I couldn't ask for a better neighbor. Don't even know he's there. So I just want to say we have no problem at all with him doing what he's doing. Matter of fact, I don't want him to leave. I'll answer a question if you might have got one.
Any questions? They don't have any. Thank you. Appreciate you coming. Anyone else? Public hearing is still open. close the public hearing without any further questions, concerns. I'll entertain a motion on this.
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve with all the staff findings that are published in
Have
our
a motion be
paperwork.
approved with the staff recommendations.
Second.
Have a second. Any further discussion? Call a roll, please.
Mike Curtis,
Yes.
Jerry Sartain,
Yes.
Gary Farley,
Yes.
Renee Curtis,
Yes.
Patrick Hale,
Yes.
Zane Cantrell.
The training that's coming up, Doug may want to talk a little bit more about that, but I would encourage everybody that can to sign up for that. I've signed up for Tuesday, and it looks like it's got some really good stuff in it. I'm going to stay all day on Tuesday, so if anybody else wants to go with me at that time, I'll be available for it. And it's really interesting. These that I've been to in the past are really a lot of good information, not just about BZA, but about planning the whole time in Middle Tennessee. So it'll be a good time. If you haven't signed up for it, let Doug know. Doug, do you have anything else?
No, I think you covered it pretty well. I will say that, we're fortunate that every 5 years, we are able to get the state planning conference in our area. So that's helpful, so we don't have to drive somewhere to go to the conference. But I've heard from several of you already who are making plans to go, and it's not too late yet, but if you are planning on going and haven't said anything to me yet, I'm going to actually sign up those that have already signed up from both the Planning Commission and the BZA tomorrow. But you still have a little bit of time, but not much. So I would say, yeah.
Do we need to just show up to the room, or do we need to tell you which classes we're going to go to?
You just need to tell me that you were there, and if you want to keep track of which classes you were at, we can log that in. That's fine. Because I will say that it doesn't matter what session you go to, they all count toward your 4 hours, so that you have to have. So yeah, it doesn't matter which ones that you go to.
Thank you, Doug.
Thank you.
Any further business? We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for being here.